Alrighty, y'all. It is Wednesday, September the 3rd, and I had to redo this whole episode because, ladies, let's just fucking go. Let's go. Y'all, I did a whole episode, and I'm redoing it right now because as soon as I got done with what I had already recorded, I saw the news about another armed person on the campus in Massachusetts. I don't believe there's any injuries or expirations as of yet, knock on something, but it just said, it set the tone where I said, all right, let's do it again, because I just did the card pull as well for tomorrow morning for those that are on the subscriber only card pull, and what I got is what many of us have been feeling. So darling, ladies, let's fucking go, right? Let's go. It's up to us. It is up to us. This is what a few millennia of the patriarchy has brought us to. And when I talk about the patriarchy, I am including organized, institutionalized faith in there. And disclaimer for the folks who are going to say, what? Not all of us. They're not the real ones. I'm not talking about personal faith people who are trying to be good people. Okay. Just like when I say men, I'm not saying all men everywhere. Okay. Please don't come into my comments and identify yourself as one of the people I'm talking about to say that you're not. Same goes for if I rotate the name Nancy, Susan, Karen. I'm sorry. I'm not talking about you. I just have to give everybody a break. Okay. So it's not you. It's not you personally. All right. If someone says, oh, and Stinky Christina's, I'm not like, hey, is that me? Like, I know that's not me. I know that's not me. I don't need to comment about that. And also, if you're new here, when I talk about the what culture, all right, I'm not saying that everyone who's this is automatically of that mentality, because it is exactly that, a mentality. It's a choice. It's a culture. There are people within my family, okay, who are included in these people when I talk about it. So now that we've gotten all the disclaimers out of the way, darling, okay, the mothership, put a dash in there, has arrived. All right. That connectivity you're feeling between women as we're slowly looking at each other going, like just ping, just light bulbs are going off across everywhere of women going, you know what? Enough is enough. Yeah, enough is enough. And good, darling, good. We're going to roll this in with my little deconstruction series. So call this the 1.5, because this is not solely about my poisonal deconstruction, but I just want to point out how these people, and by these people, I'm talking about that toxic religious patriarchy, use women and children as the shields and excuses for their behavior to protect themselves. Okay? These men that insist that only they should have control because conveniently their God gave it to them. Okay? Now, let's back up on that for a second. Let's remember that the reason that they've been pushing that on us for millennias, plural, okay, is because way back when they got so jealous that we are the creators of life that they had to make up a sky daddy who looks like them, okay, who created them from dirt. They would rather be created from literal dirt than admit that they come from a woman, all right? And then made up a story about how they took the bone from him. And so, now you're submissive and you belong to him and you have to be obedient to him because, see, God who looks like me, and then dirt me, and then you. And yes, we can get into the Lilith story and how they took that one out, but how that one put in there about dominant women and how that's also not okay. But separate story. Point is, darling, they have pushed that falsehood all the way to where we are today, where the men in control are only focused on playing with us like toy soldiers, taking lives like it's nothing, and there is an international multi-billionaire diddlery ring where most of our politicians, most of the people who pour money into the politics and into the government, etc., are involved 100%. Our entire government is using our money right now to bend over backwards to demonize the very women and children they keep saying that only they care about, right? They care about children so much that they want to send them to work, so they're lowering work ages, and they want to marry them, so they're lowering those ages too. They care about women so much that right now I can go to the bathroom and someone's husband can walk in there and demand to see what I've got because he might suspect that I'm not a real one and he wants to see. Again, this is their definitions of protection. You've seen the videos of the wives talking about how they're being treated by their husbands, and that is that culture's offering of a healthy relationship. So then it makes sense why they accept what's happening in the government, what's happening with their politicians, this weird cycle of abuse where their politicians literally tell them, yeah, we don't care. Everybody dies. What do we care? You know, and they're like, what do we do? I don't know what to do. They're telling us that they don't care about us to our faces, yet I still just somehow don't want to believe it. Like, oh, you're going to have to believe it, baby. You're going to have to believe it. The mothership has arrived. And we are realizing that because these men, and when I say men, not all, there are plenty of men. And when I say mothership, I mean that all inclusively. Women is everyone to me. And that includes men who understand the assignment and who have evolved, who understand what I'm saying and aren't taking it and getting mad going, what do you mean? You need us. You need us to protect us from us. You're not ready yet. You're not ready yet. What we're talking about are the men who hear what I'm saying and go, yeah, there's a reason the knuckle draggers are running rampant instead of the scientists and researchers, okay? It's because of forced patriarchy, where women didn't choose their partners. Therefore, knuckle dragger got to procreate as much as he wanted, while the one that should have been wasn't. And now we're seeing it and they're complaining. You see them. Hey, lib men, stop being good to women. You need to stop that. It's making you a beta when you're nice to women and then they want to be with you and love you, okay? Imagine, ladies, all the men could have been like those ones. Okay? All right, you better get you one of these. Get you one of these, darling. Let me tell you, there is no peace like one of those. You're like, oh, wow, they exist. Oh, my goodness. Is this what the future is like? You understand both sides of this? Like treasuring a woman and also not telling her she doesn't deserve to be treasured. You better pull her weight and treasure you instead. Wow. I know that might have been too far for some of y'all. So let's roll it back. So these cowards who need to use the women and children that they themselves harm as the excuses and reasons why they are the only ones that should have control of everything and why the sky daddy that looks like them says so. Because again, this all-powerful creator that could flood the planet, create everything from nothing, who knows when you're awake and when you're asleep, just like Santa Claus, all right? That one can't do anything about what's going on unless that bald Tim Thompson guy says something. There's nothing that can be done unless Sonia Shaw shows up. It has to be through a person. This all-powerful creator that made bushes and donkeys talk now can't do anything, and it's up to them. Okay, anyway, as a former pick-me, okay, I also just want to lean a little bit into these women that are protecting it, okay, and some of them are cracking. You're seeing some of them split with Muga over this. Even some of the abhorrent, vile ones are going, okay, because they have some essay in their history. Most of us do in this culture because it's permitted. The men are protected. You're seeing it in documentaries all the time. The mothers of these sons going, I didn't want my son to get in trouble. Let's protect his future. Let's worry about him. Right now we have victims testifying about what was done to them so bad. People are shaken. People who support this and voted for this are shaken. And you have the men coming out of the woodworks to go, they just want attention. Hey, it's going to ruin the lives of the perpetrators if these names get out, and we can't have all these rich white people getting in trouble. And I'm not saying that they're all white. I know they're all over the place. This is not partisan. I don't care who's on there. We don't care who's on there. Red, blue, purple, green. I don't care. We don't care. But you know what? The women are nodding to each other, and the people who understand that it's time to maybe switch it up a little bit. Go look at the female-led nations and see how they're not throwing military parades and in measuring contests with each other. They have the happiest quality of life. Everyone's balanced, living their best life. Taxes are helping each other out. They are not paying attention to what's going on over here. It's all old, fat, white men that are doing all the damage over their egos because they didn't get invited to the dictator party. So they need to blow up a little fishing boat and kill some people and pat themselves on the back for it as well. Okay, that's them. All right. And their religious culture has fed into this, where the pick-me's, that's the ultimate prize, right? Is Chucklefuck Chad. All right. And the ultimate power as a woman is you being able to open your legs and produce children. That's it. If you do that, you're smarter than teachers and scientists because you're a mob. So now you know everything and you can stand up to the teachers and the scientists because you read a magazine article somewhere and you're able to reproduce. Okay. Well, those ones, if they wake up, then fine. But for the rest of us who know that, okay, all right, it's time for us to come clean it up like we always do. Don't we always? Isn't it always up to us to clean up the mess? Is this mess big enough, or do you need more of the future destroyed? Because they're ramming through it. They're ramming through it.